How y'all doing? These mushrooms be slap. But anywho, y'all, welcome back. We're on chapter 2 of Wires and Nerves, which is the graphic novel continuation of the Lunar Chronicles. But you already know before we start, a word from our sponsors. I can finish me another one. And we back, y'all. So as we see, we start off with New Beijing. And as you clearly see, there's a whole bunch of protesters because nobody really wants Cinder there because everyone has their perception of how Lunars are. Up until Cinder, Lunars have always been these evil, demonic, twisted, tyrant people. Of course, the last Lunar we know to be very evil and malicious that holds the crown was Cinder's aunt, Lavana. And then before that, it was Cinder's mother and Lavana's sister, Channery. They both were evil. Channery was a hoe, but they were both evil. Lavana wanted to be loved, and Channery was just a hoe. And she was a hoe. Y'all know she was a hoe. Just hoish ways. Just slorish ways. Sloring her body. Just sloring. All this sloring and hoeing herself. And guess what? She died in the process. Y'all ain't nothing good but come with being a hoe. Ain't nothing good come with being a hoe. Channery died early because she caught something she couldn't give back. She caught something she couldn't give back. Remember that, y'all. That's why Channery died. Because she caught something. She was out there sloring and whoring her body around and caught something she couldn't give back. Y'all don't go out there and let me tell y'all something here. Sometimes it's not a sexually transmitted disease that you catch that you can't give back. Message. Sometimes. Anyway, we on chapter 2. And they're protesters. And, of course, you know, you got Liam Kinney and what am I going to call her? Lynn Aiko? We're going to call her Lynn Aiko. Lynn Aiko, Liam Kinney, Aiko Lim. And they're talking about how nobody really wants the Lunar Queen to come back because they associate her with everyone in her family. Go figure. And I goes like, that's not fair. Cinder is actually a great person, and she fought hard in order for us to like have a peaceful Earth, like a peaceful world between both Lunars and Earthens. He's like, I know, I agree with you, because Lavana was evil. Look down. But as Kenny puts it to Aiko, if you look down, that there are people that are actually glad that Cinder took the crown and that she took over because she's actually nice, sweet, kind, and compassionate. She's annoying, though. She is. If this is your first experience with Cinder and the Lunar Chronicles, y'all go read them books. That girl's annoying. If you want me to review them, I will. But she's so, oh my gosh, she's annoying. When I told my students when I was teaching, because I was teaching Cinder to a student of mine, I was like, girl, I'm just letting you know that she annoying. You ain't gonna like her after the first book. I promise you. That second book, she's like, I can't stand Cinder. I told you. She's so annoying. Didn't I say that? You gonna listen. So then as you clearly see, he finally lands. That's what I said. As you can clearly see, they finally land and he's blah blah. I'm sorry, I gotta say it was a really good story. Once again, I told y'all, I didn't think I'd tell y'all this, but before I finish, I don't like the way it's drawn. I really don't. I gotta say it, so I don't think about it. I don't like the artwork in this story. I really don't. If you look at the covers, like the new covers that they reprinted it, I would have hoped that they would have took that anime style and used that for this. But I don't know if they could afford that because they didn't use it. And that would have been a heck of a lot better to see that in illustration than what they do here. It's blue. It's just blue, literally. And so Liam gets off and he sees his sister and they're happy. His sister goes past him and says, Aiko, and they hug. and they love each other and whatnot. And then so it's the interesting thing because Liam constantly reminds her that she's an android. Like, I don't understand the need to. Like, everyone knows she's an android. And then Aiko's black too. She's black with braids. I don't understand the need to remind somebody. Like, I know who I am. Thank you. You mad that you don't know who you are? Is you mad you don't know who you are? You must be mad because you always talking about who I am. I know who I am. I'm somebody and I do matter. But who is you? You mad that you don't have an identity, that you don't know who you are outside of just being someone in someone else's identity. I know who I am. Thank you very much. And so mad at that. So then Liam tries to continue to be professional, but Emperor Kaito, it's so great to see you, blah, blah, blah. Emperor Kai, so great to see you. You know, he bowing. I go like, boy, what's up, Kai? What's up, Kai? This is and they hug it out. And that's how it be. And so he's just like, what? They hug it out like, come on, let's catch up. How you been? You already know. You folk crazy, don't I know it? And he feeling some type of way. And he keeps staring, and then it's just like, he's not understanding why everyone treats her like she's not an android. And it's like, well, and it's just like, you seem to be the only one that's so pressed that she is who she is and that she's an android, and everyone else is like, hey, Aiko, what's up, Huck? How have you been? Like, you're the only one that's pressed on how Aiko is an android and reminding us, and you're upset that we don't care to remind ourselves that she's an android. Like, grow up and get over it. Then we move on to Winter, who's now an ambassador for the Lunar Crown. She's out there going far and wide and trying to set up what would be great for Cinder, because Cinder's coming down and they got to make sure everything is perfect. And as you clearly see, they're still walking, and then everybody's just like talking about Liam, because Liam Kinney idolizes her, and he does. But people don't understand that there are some people who are afraid of Cinder, and even Winter doesn't understand. So people break it down. She has a built-in gun in one finger, a knife in the other, a computer for a game. She's defied death countless times. One of the most powerful Lunars of all of history. She kidnapped the world leader. She's escaped from a high-powered security and invaded the entire military. Her aunt's a tyrant, her mom's a tyrant, and her grandparents are tyrants. And Winter was like, oh, I didn't even think of it like that. Wow. And then so now they're trying to say that Cinder's not those terrifying people, and that she's actually a good person. But then people are like, yeah, that's what we're trying to get at, because a lot of people are still afraid. Which is rightfully so, because, you know, when you see a group of people and they've displayed certain behaviors throughout the history and present day, you don't want to forget that. Now, a lot of people will, not all of them are bad, but it's like, okay, Cinder. Just trying to find a good one. Cinder, okay, what else? Okay, thank you. And then so they keep going, they're not going to cancel it. Aiko starts popping her hands, and he's like, how are you popping your hands when you don't even have joints? He is like, I downloaded like noises and stuff, like where you can have like a heartbeat and like crack your knuckles and your neck if need be. She wants to feel more human. Next thing you know, Scarlet calls, and Scarlet's like, y'all, those savage, wild, half wolf, half human hybrids, they came. And I thought they were going to kill me. But what happened was that they decided to take Wolf. And Wolf decided to go with them instead. And then they're like, Charlotte, he loves you. He's not going to be... Scarlet, he loves you. He's not going to try to come after you. He's not going to do anything to us. He's on our side. She's like, yes, but he left me. He left me to go be with them. I said, yeah, that was probably just to protect you. And then so she's like, okay, I'm coming, because it's safer for her to be there than it is to be here. And then so she's looking through all the things, and she finds that Wolf was going to propose to her. And that is the end to chapter 2. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and come back. And yeah, we can do this. We can do this.